lot of you guys are flying the lightweight gliders, having problems getting them into the nice small backpacks or the reversible harnesses. So we're just gliders laid out. We've taken our toggles and our risers, we're laying them right out on the center of the canopy. And this part here doesn't really matter that much. Once we go to the leading edge, it kind of changes the form, but this is the first step. You just want to kind of make sure all your lines are on top of the canopy. We're just doing a fold in. Again, this part doesn't need to be precise, so you're just folding it in, making sure all those lines are on top. So it's pretty simple right there. Again, all that is going to change in our process, so we're not really concerned about that. That's just bringing it in. We come up to our cells, you know, we got this nice weed whacker line. So depending on your size of canopy, the larger the glider, you're going to need to leave at least 2. If you have a smaller glider like I do, I can get away with just 1. I'm going to go ahead and show you, this is a small acro glider, but we're going to go ahead and show you with leaving 2. So we're going to go, we have our center, we're going to leave 2 of these guys out. Okay, so we're going to start our collection here. If you want to pull out this here, helps keep the canopy a little bit more, you know, from bending, leaves that leading edge. This one's got the netting. Again, this is a Red Bull acro glider, so it's a little bit different. But you just pull out, you know, that center. If you want to do that, great. If not, that's not a big deal. We're just gathering all these. So we have all these. So this is where it gets a little bit different from your average folding. So see, I have all my cells. I got my 2 separates here. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to lay them flat. So what we're looking for is to keep that weed whacker line that's inside of here from bending. So I'm going to lay those flat. I've got my open cell here. I'm going to lay that flat, and then I'm going to tuck and fold over on top. Okay, and I just use my knee. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm just using my knee to hold that position there. Okay, then I've got my other one I'm leaving free. I'm going to grab these. Again, with the regular glider, you can just kind of pull that open. Helps to leave that spot for the air inlet going in. I've got all the cells on that side. I've got my 1 separate. I'm going to lay that flat, lay this flat, and then you hold your hand at the end of that and you fold it over. Okay? So now we've got that going. I'm going to get a little helper here. So what I normally do is I have a strap. We're out here at the park today. I don't actually have a strap for this, but when I'm folding single, I'd have the strap around my neck. I take the strap off. I put it around this to hold it in position. Right now I'm going to get somebody to come over and just hold this for me. Julian, a student of ours out here on Oahu. So I don't want you to push heavily. I just want you to lightly hold both these sides for me. Okay, so again, you can just tie your strap around that, tighten it down, and that'll keep that in place. Okay, we come back down here, pull this out. Our risers are just outside. This has been the most confusing part for my students, but it's really easy. We don't really care, right? This isn't super important. What's important is we have the center of our canopy and we're going to tuck. So we're just tucking into the center there. So you can see how that is. Now, you make this as wide as you want it. If you've got a really tight pack, you're going to want this to be smaller. If you have a larger pack, you can have it big like that. Again, our packs vary on the size of our gliders, but you're just tucking it in to the center. You just keep going up. You can see I use my knee to keep that air from coming back down into my trailing edge. So just tucking. As I go up, make sure you leave a little room for the air to come out. Tucking, using my knee to keep the air from going back. Tucking all the way up to the top. Okay, keep that, that going. Come over, do the other side. my two sides here, and I'm just gonna fold them over. Again, doing it this way, all my weed whacker line is staying fine. They're all laid flat, they're not bending. But you can see here that I have a really tight, compacted canopy now. Grab my risers, lay them over the top, and I just fold a little bit in here, and then I make my first fold. I like to keep my cells inside so that they don't get damaged. So I got my air squeezing out, fold that in, push down a little bit. Looks like I'm using a lot of pressure, but it's not really a lot of pressure, guys. You're not fully sitting, you're just squeezing air out, fold in, and you put your strap around, and look how tiny that glider is. It's gonna fit in every pack. All right, super easy, old school way of folding, tiny glider.
Awesomeness. Kim Finney, Tractor of the Year.